Hey guys, it's Ashley A here. I just wanted to do a little bit of a get ready with me today because of my channel being new and so many of you guys checking me out and maybe you don't know too much about me. I figured I could do this today and kind of introduce myself a little bit more. Plus, went to Ulta this morning, so I got some new things that I want to try out, plus some old favorites. So let's jump in and get started. So first I want to get started with some moisturizer. This is the oil-free moisturizer with sunscreen, SPF 15 by Neutrogena. I just kind of picked this up, so I'm trialing this a little bit. As I mentioned in one of my other videos, I am an oily skinned girl, so you know, the contrary to popular belief, you do need to moisturize even when you're oily. Moisturizing will help keep your oils more at bay. The more you strip your face of the oils, the more it tends to produce. That's kind of newer information to me in the last year or so. I've been really trying to be more conscious of moisturizing and keeping my skin hydrated. So I found this, and so far I've been liking it. It has like a good clean scent. And it's been sitting under my makeup pretty well. So we're moisturized. Next up is one of the other new things that I have. This is from Maybelline. This is the Master Prime by Face Studio. This is the primer that is to blur and minimize pores. Super excited to try this because, again, having oily skin, I have large pores. And this is hopefully going to help minimize them. So I'm going to put that in my areas where the largest pores are first. So my T-zone, nose and cheeks, forehead and chin. So a little bit about me while I'm putting on my different creams and primers and things is I am 27. Going to be 28 years old in about 2 more months, and I'm a teacher by day, or by the normal part of the year. Right now it's summer, and I'm so happy it's summer. Teachers need a break during the summer for sure. I teach middle school, and I absolutely love it. So I teach now kids with disabilities. Before I used to teach language arts in middle school level, 6th grade language arts. And now I teach kids with disabilities, and it's by far my favorite job ever. I love working with the kids, and this has just been like the best world that I've found. Next, again, another new product for me is the Maybelline 24-hour long wear foundation. So this is a bit newer for me, so I want to give this a try, and I have a damp beauty blender here today. I got the shade Light Beige. So I hope that that will work for me. I'm going to put one full pump on the back of my hand, like so. Take my beauty blender, kind of dab it around. Looks like I have like chicken pox with my foundation dots, but it's to help kind of spread the product everywhere and get it evenly. And then I'll kind of scoop up the back of my hand and start to press it into the skin. I decided to get this foundation. I've seen it at Ulta and things before, but I really wanted to give it a try, especially because it claims to be a full coverage foundation. And, you know, I'm a teacher. I have long days that I need, and I really do need full coverage. Because that'll help me just my makeup last throughout the day, and that way, you know, I can look fresh from morning to afternoon when I come home to see my husband, and get ready for dinner and whatever we're doing for the rest of the night. Hang out with my puppy. I have a really cute mini dachshund. Her name is Samara. I'm sure I'll show her on here eventually. She is super silly, just turned 1 year old, so she is kind of our fur baby for now. Nico and I have been married for our 1 year. Here's the ring. And we're just about to celebrate our 1-year wedding anniversary. That'll be July 7th, coming up here pretty soon. So super excited to celebrate that. All right, so while I've been talking, I've been applying my foundation, and I actually feel like it's pretty good. I like the look of it so far, and that's been one pump that went pretty well, and I do think it covered up a lot of redness and things that I had. It looks pretty good. I might do a little bit more because I still see some more redness in my cheeks and area. So I'm going to do those areas again. I'm going to do half a pump and try to build it up in those areas that I really want to see fuller coverage. Hide the pores. So hopefully that'll help me. My other foundation that I've really been liking is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. That there. That's been working out really well. I have the shade 102 Shell Beige and I really like it. That works well with my skin staying on and not producing as much oil. I mean, no matter what I found that I do, I still produce a lot of oil. That's just my skin. I think I'm just gonna have to like live with that fact. But you know, certain things I've found, the more I test different foundations, the more I've been noticing certain foundations and combinations of primers and things work well or work better with my skin to cause it to be less oily. For me, gotta make sure I get my ears. They have a tendency to be red and stick out in color. Not that they stick out, but they stick out in color because they're more red compared to my skin, which is now nicely covered in foundation. I really do like this foundation so far. It looks really good. I'm hoping it'll stay that way for me. So I'm going to set it. This is pretty old and beat up, but I love it. It's my Rimmel Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder. I really love this. I do have a new one somewhere. I'm just trying to use up what I have left in this. I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush right here. I just kind of swirl this around here and then press it in, especially into the areas that I have my largest pores. I just use this to kind of cover up even more of the pores. So, like I said, the better I can hide my pores, it's good for me. I don't need to see them. I wish they were so much smaller than they are, but oh well. I will use makeup and other tricks to try to hide them. And in other areas around my face, once I've kind of stamped in the pressed powder to the areas I really want, I'll just kind of lightly go over my whole face. That way, it's all uniform and set in. Okay, we've gotten that. Here's our base so far. Let's continue on now. I'm going to next go to my blush. I'm super excited that I picked up the Maybelline Fit Me blush. This is the blush in Nude. And I really like these. Again, kind of advertised more for oily skin. So I was super excited to pick this up. I always just kind of go back and forth, my apples of my cheeks and kind of backwards. Kind of give me a nice wash of color. There we go. Blush is like one of those things so easily you can like overdo it, but I like this blush. It seems to kind of like takes me a little bit to build it up, but it like gives nice color payoff. So I do really like that. I am not the biggest person on bronzer, and maybe again I just haven't found the right ones. So I do have this one from e.l.f. This is one of their contour palettes, I think in light medium, yep. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So I'm going to be using this shade down here, this kind of warmer shade, just to kind of bronze and bring some color to my face. It's summer, so I'm tanning up, and this is good to give extra more of a sun-kissed type glow to the skin. There we go. There we go. So far, so good. Continuing on, highlighter. Highlighter has been one of my favorite things, and I have found some really great ones. Here is one of my favorites currently. It's by Lottie London, and it is the Shimmer Squad. And this is really cool because it comes with 4 different highlighters. So it's got a little tiny mirror, and then 4 different highlighters. One of my favorites, I think they all are really beautiful, but my favorite is this one right here, kind of the medium in-between tone. I really like that. It works well. I never get a chance to talk about my BoxyCharm. Love BoxyCharm, but I never got a chance to talk about it, but I'm going to use one of the brushes that I received from BoxyCharm. This is the Luxie Tapered Highlighter Brush, brush 522. So I'm going to use that, and then the shade I'm going to be using is called The Good Girl. So I'm going to put that up here, and it just gives just such a nice shine. Like, it is so pretty. I love these. They offer such a nice highlight. And this is pretty inexpensive. I think this palette was $10.99, which if you're thinking about it, you get, you know, 4 different colors. So that's really cool. Hopefully you guys can see the shine that I've now gotten and everything looking good. I love the shine that these give. All right, next, I think we're pretty much set with the face. So I'm going to move on with my eyebrows. Again, on a friend's suggestion, she said that I should try out some powder and some things. So I'm super excited. This is the L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Prep and Shape Pro Kit. I'll open it up and show you. Again, it's got a super cool little mirror, and then it's got a powder on one side and more of a cream on the other side here. Plus little tiny tools. I love, my husband always makes fun of me because I call them babies, but it's got a little baby spoolie on one side and a little angled brush on the other. And then you also get, if I can get it out, a little set of tweezers. Awesome, in case you find that stray hair while you're working. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the little brush that it gives you. Still new to brows. My brows are naturally pretty thick as they are, so I really just kind of fill them in. I'm gonna take this powder and kind of brush that in to help them fill in, just so I can have it more defined and filled in. Trying to think about what else you would want to know about me. I'm the oldest of 3. I have a sister who is 7 years younger than me, and I have a little brother who is 18 years, yes, 18 years younger than me. Same parents. My parents have been together for over 30 years. So that's awesome. I hope I can be like them someday and be together for a long time. But they've been together for a long time, and as I was graduating high school and my sister was getting into middle school, they decided that they definitely wanted one more child, so therefore my brother came. So they got the boy that they've been always wanting. So that was super exciting for them. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my other brow. Again, I'm not doing too much to them. You know, some people might really define and all this stuff. I guess I'm still learning on what I like to do for my brows, but like I said, again, because my brows are already pretty thick, I just more kind of fill in as I see and leave it at that. All right, I think that looks good there. So Face is all set and we're good with that. Like how everything is sitting so far. It looks so far so good. So I'm going to move on. I have my favorite eyeshadow primer. This is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Anti-Crease Shadow Primer. I don't know if this is exactly available anymore. My sister gave this to me. She also really likes makeup and she buys a lot, and this was too light for her, or she didn't like the way that this worked for her. So she gave it to me, and it's actually been like one of my favorite things to use. I think it works very, very well. Now I'm kind of just patting it into place with my finger because I feel like that kind of helps to disperse the product, and you really got to make sure you get it where you want it because it dries pretty quickly. And then once it's dry, it doesn't move, and you can still kind of see this color. I got a lot over here on this eye. Okay, other hand. But once it's kind of there, and if you don't like smooth it in, you can definitely see this color, and it's a little unforgiving if, like I said, you make a mistake or you don't blend it in how you would like it. Because, ooh, like that. Get a makeup wipe. Because once it's down and dries, it is down. So, I think I finally have it where I want it. And I'm going to set it. I'm going to take another Luxie. This is the Luxie dual-ended brush. That's 249. It's got a fluffy blending brush on one side and a smooth packing brush on the other side. It's got a little bit of color, I think, again, from me doing my trying on of my Ipsy stuff. So let me just clean that off really quickly. But I'm going to use this to kind of use a powder to set down my eye primer here. I'm going to go ahead and use I love ColourPop. This is becoming one of my new favorite things, or brands rather. This is the Fame palette. It's really beautiful, and this is their Cool Toned palette, the new Cool Tone palette that had come out. And it's really neat. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use the shade. Let me see if I can hold this up and point to it right here, Delirium. I'm going to go ahead and use that. Just a nice, like, light shade to help set down the eye. So I use that. I love this palette, and I'm slowly loving ColourPop, or not slowly, but I ordered some things from there, this palette and a couple lip glosses, and everything I've gotten has been super awesome. I've been seeing that they've been advertising new foundations and things, and even though I just bought a foundation, I'm always on the hunt for ones that are great that I can really use. So I'm super excited to try that. Wasn't sure really at first what kind of look I wanted to do today, so I decided that I guess I'm just gonna kind of keep, I have purple, so maybe hints of purple today is going to be the thought, but otherwise a little bit more on the neutral side. I am, like I said in my description, I'm a teacher, makeup enthusiast, and actually a Zumba instructor. So I just became recently certified to be a Zumba instructor, let's see, a couple months ago, so in April, at the end of April. And even though I'm not teaching yet, I still go to Zumba classes all the time to kind of learn and pick up everything that I want to then bring to my classes. So tonight is one of my best friend's classes. Her class is amazing, so much energy, and I hope I can be like her someday. So I'm really excited. I guess I'm going to take Razzle here from ColourPop Fame and put that as a transition color on my lid here. Just kind of getting to warm it up a little bit. I haven't taken some of that brown. It's like a taupey brown color to kind of set the eyes. Do both eyes at the same time, because otherwise, you know what? I would forget what I've done so far if I don't do them both at the same time. See, I just love these shadows. They blend so easily. I mean, it gives just nice pigment. I'm going to go ahead and deepen that up now with, right here, Clubhouse. And kind of scooch that back and forth up there above my eyelid or on my crease above my lid. A little more. Beautiful. See, it's so effortless. Minus I got some fallout coming on my face here. Next I'm going to do a little bit of, let's see. That's so pretty. But I'm going to take, I think, this one called Lifestyle. And it's very pigmented. And I'm just going to kind of press that in the outer corner. Press it in first and then kind of blend just in that area. Just to kind of deepen up the outer corner of my eye. Do the same thing. You see I take the lightest touch, right? Because I don't want to overdo it with that dark color on the outside of my eye, because when I go to blend it, I don't want to just make it all dark. I just want that outer portion of my eye to be deepened up. Okay, so I swatched the one next to it right here, Pieces of Me, on my finger, and that's gorgeous. I really want to use that. Wonder if I could kind of press it on this outer area. Let me press it on this outer area and see what we get. Ooh, I like that. Kind of offered some more purple to the look so far, which I really like. So that works. I like that. Okay, so I think we're good with this palette for now. I have some other palettes that I definitely wanted to show and talk about. Another palette and another color palette is the Golden State of Mind Shadow Palette. Now this is all shimmers. You love shimmer palettes. This is gorgeous. I just love all the colors in here. Again, there's no mirror up here, but that's okay. These shimmers are beautiful. So let's go ahead and see what one of these I want to take. Again, there's a purple. Ooh, it's almost not purple. Right here. That's this shade down here, which, let's see if I'm correct. I think it's Mind Tricks. Nope, I lie. Heads or Tails. Heads or Tails. So that's really pretty. Not super purpley though, but maybe that will kind of work for our look. So what I'll do is I'm going to take the other end of my Luxie brush here, the flat side, and I've gotten some baby Max Fix Plus, again, little travel size, and I'm going to pick up a bit of the color and then kind of here we go. Pick up a little bit more and just kind of press that in the center. Grab a little more. Keep pressing that in the center. Okay, we're getting a little shinier. And do another press. I like that. It's looking really good. So I'm gonna spray this one more time, pick up a bit more color, do the other side. Gotta be mindful to not keep my mouth just open there as I'm doing this, because I'm actually filming and not just sitting here talking to myself. That's kind of how it feels like when you're filming. But, you know, it's a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying doing these videos, and I'm kind of hoping to like make even more and just kind of enjoy using YouTube and doing more with it. Okay, so far this is what we've got. We've got like kind of like almost like a purple smoky eye going. I'm going to use the back side of this, and I'm going to look for a lighter color. I'm like testing colors on my fingers because I don't know where I want to go. I think the white, guys, is actually calling me. I really like that, or actually there's two whites. So there's like this one. Let me try to get this flipped around. There we go. So this one here is really pretty, kind of more multicolor, shimmery on it. And then, what's a clean finger? This one has more pink. Ooh, that's pretty too. That one's got a lot of pink duochrome in it. I might use that one. I lied. Okay, I lied. I want to use the pink with the duochrome. So I'm going to use that on the inner corner of my eye here. And I'm putting this down kind of dry. It's not, you know, if my brush is still wet, it's just from earlier with the purple. So that's what we got so far, just so you can kind of see an example. And again, I'm going to flip it over, kind of pat the middle where we were with the purple before. Maybe grab a little more. There we go. Okay, I like that. I really like purple. Obviously in my hair, I've been enjoying this summer to do something a little bit different. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Now, going back to the bottom, go back to our Fame Color Pop palette here. And I'm just going to go ahead and dust that Razzle that we had put under, or put on top. I'm gonna put that under to help smoke it out. And then Clubhouse. And we're looking pretty good. And let's see. See a little dark shadow over here. I don't know, and I'm sure I already have like tons and tons of glitter on my hands, so I'm sure me wiping at it is not helping. But maybe a little bit of that Lifestyle, that darker color on the outer edge too, to really make it smoky and nice. Good. All right, I've gotten, so far our look is purple smoky eye, and I really like it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is do my liner off camera, and that takes me a while. I know probably some of you guys are like, you're done, or maybe you're like me, you're like, really painstakingly make sure it's on there, but I'm gonna do that, and then I'll come back to do my eyelashes. Alright guys, welcome back. I got my liner on. I ended up just kind of going with a just straight black liner, no wing or anything, and I'm really sad actually. I've been using this mellow black eyeliner. I believe I received it. It's a felt tip liner. I believe I received it in one of my earlier months Ipsy bags, and you can kind of see that all the gold writing has like worn off of it, and it was really not working for me today. Not really coming out the best, so I think I'm gonna have to invest in another one. If you guys know another good felt tip liner, let me know. I've also been trying to do some like liquid liners, like have the NYX. This is the matte liquid liner. I've seen a lot of people love that, and I love it. It makes a straight, really small line, but I end up getting it everywhere, and that's my problem. I need to practice. But today, to kind of deepen up my waterline and some other areas of my eye, like I always like to do kind of the top waterline. Does that make sense? I have a new Urban Decay pencil. I'm so excited. This is a black pencil in the shade Perversion. So I'm super excited to try this. Now, I saw this in store. I've swatched it in stores. So I'm super excited. It is like super, super creamy. Like, watch this. Barely press the pencil. Like, horrible line, but barely press the pencil and it comes out black. So I'm gonna put that kind of on my upper waterline, deepen up where my eyelashes are, and down here on my lower line, my lower waterline, and flick out a little bit, like a baby wing, or to meet my eyeliner where it kind of ended. Again, not pressing very hard and getting like so much pigment is awesome. I'm one of those people who have always liked black liner. Just making sure it's all along my waterline. Like I said, flicking it to meet the liquid liner that I had done. Okay. I like that. I love black liners, and any good black liner is something that I really love in my collection. Last but not least, I have the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. This has been one of my favorite mascaras. It's kind of like a dupe for the Bad Girl Bang by Benefit. It has a very small, very thin applicator, and I think that's really great to really get up there with your lashes. You can really get from the bottom and fan them out, make them tall, which I really like. I think it helps my eyelashes stand out good, and especially when I have liner on, liquid liner, I really want them to stand above that and be able to see it, especially because today I'm not wearing false lashes. On the whole, I really don't wear false lashes. Last year, for the first time, was for my wedding that I wore false lashes. So I don't really do it often. I've done it maybe only a handful of times since then, just because I'm just not the best at it, and they're kind of hard to put on unless you practice, which practice makes perfect, and I should practice more, but I am lazy, and I mostly just have enough time for mascara. So do our lower lash line, or waterline. It'll be a miracle if I don't get this everywhere. Usually when I'm applying mascara to my lower lash line, I end up dotting my nose, or I don't know, screwing up something. So I'm trying to like really concentrate and not look like a complete noob on video here. Okay, good. Got that eye. Then we'll do the other eye. Very bad habit of pumping my wand in and out of the mascara tube. I'm learning that that's bad. I know it's bad. Trust me, it brings more air into the mascara and dries it out quicker. I know, but it's a bad habit to break. If you guys have any makeup bad habits, you can comment that down below. I know that that is definitely one of my ones for me. I just can't break it. You guys also have eyelashes that are so different from each other. Like, one eye takes mascara so nicely and the other eye just doesn't behave. That would be this eye. This, my left eye, is the one that does not like to behave. The eyelashes over here are like really curly for whatever reason, and I just don't get why. And so it just takes the mascara so much more differently than the other eye. It kind of drives me insane. I feel like I have to do so much more work over here to get my eyelashes to look nice, versus the other side is just so easy. Like they're clumping over here. Why? Okay. Got that. Do the bottom on this side, and then we're almost done. There we go. So there's the mascara on. Looking good. All right, and last but not least, I'm going to put on just lip gloss. It's getting close to time to eat dinner and about to go head out to Zumba. So I have the ColourPop. This is one of their ultra glossy lips. I love these. This is in the color Fantasia. It's really beautiful nude color. It's not sticky. It looks like it would be sticky, but it's not. It's really nice and comfortable on the lips. So I'm going to smooth that in. It smells awesome. It smells like literally a birthday cake, or just this really sweet smell, which I really like. I love sweets. Smoosh it in, make sure it's everywhere. Get a good coating of it. It feels so good on the lips. All right, and there we go. So super excited. Hope you guys really enjoyed this kind of get ready with me, get to know me. Check back for more videos soon. Bye.